What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you with another pregame sauce. You know what? It's December 4th, but it's really December 25th for college basketball fans. Can you believe this early in the season that we have a number one and a number two matching up this afternoon? Number one, Gonzaga takes on number two, Baylor, coming up in about a little less than 20 minutes. Hope you guys are somewhere near TV that you can check this one out. This is going to be outstanding. When can you remember that college basketball had the best two teams play each other this early in the season? So this would be fantastic. To get to it real quick, because I got to preview my game as well. I'm covering St. Peter's versus Maryland. I'll get to that, but I want to touch on this game first. Number one, Gonzaga versus number two, Baylor. When you look at these teams, Gonzaga's got the number one offensive efficiency team in the nation. What's up, Michael Payne, Fred K. Smith? So Gonzaga's number one off of offensive efficiency. Baylor is number two, right? So it's a little deceptive. So when you look at both of these teams, these are the number one and two offensive efficiency teams in the nation. Baylor's a better defensive team. Baylor's a top 10 defensive team. Gonzaga's not bad. They're top 20. But it's a little bit different. So when you look at offenses, obviously Gonzaga's got the high-powered attack. They want to get in the 90s. Baylor can play in the 80s, but I think Gonzaga's much more comfortable pushing tempo. So what are we looking at? Who controls tempo in this game? Gonzaga's so high-powered. They have so many different ways that they can score. What's up, Face 51? Good to see you. Dan Levy, what's up, Dan? Good to see you. Gonzaga has so many ways that they can score. Drew Timme is one of the best bigs in the country outside of Luka Garza, in my opinion. Jalen Suggs, the outstanding guard for Gonzaga. We'll talk about him a little bit. But you've got Ayayi, Drew Nembhard, Corey Kispert. It goes on and on for Gonzaga. They can hit you so many different ways. But Baylor's got the best collection of guards in the country. This is why I'm smiling and laughing and so excited about this game, ladies and gentlemen, because you just don't see teams with experience, with depth, with size. Gonzaga's got great size in the backcourt, but Baylor's backcourt is fearless. You guys saw what they did against Illinois the other night. Maceo Teague was outstanding. Jared Butler, the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year, had an off shooting game. He was only 6 of 18, but he still got in double figures. Davion Mitchell was outstanding defensively and very efficient. His stat sheet was something else. 15.7 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Adam Flagler, outstanding three-point shooter, led Baylor with 18 points. Baylor was 1 point away from having 5 guys in double figures. So who controls tempo will be key in this game. If it's in the 90s, it favors Gonzaga. If it's in the 70s or 80s, I believe that favors Baylor. Number two, Baylor is the third best rebounding team in the country. They pound the glass. Mark Vital at 6'5", 250 is a very unique player. He plays a 4 for Baylor. He's undersized, but he's so aggressive. He's so athletic. A wingspan of about 6'10", huge hands. So he's a very unique player, and he can cause havoc on the glass. Just ask the Illini in their last game. So who can control the glass? Gonzaga's guards are going to have to come in and rebound. Gonzaga likes to push. So a lot of times you'll see Drew Timme, Corey Kispert control the glass for Gonzaga. Ayayi likes to get out on the break. Suggs likes to get out. Nembhard can come back and rebound, but he wants to get out. They want to get out and run. But today is going to be a little bit different because if you don't control the glass, you cannot fast break. And Baylor does a great job on the offensive glass. So who controls the glass will have a huge impact on this game. And then third, we saw Jalen Suggs against West Virginia. What's up, Tina Strong? How you doing? We saw Jalen Suggs, get hurt, kind of turned his ankle against West Virginia. He came back in the game, but he looked like he was laboring a little bit. So if Suggs is not 100%, the SIU transfer Aaron Cook is going to have an important role. Nembhard can slide down and run some point guard position, but that's not his strong suit. So the odd man, my man, what's going on? T-Dot's finest in the house. Good to see you, brother. So Aaron Cook, the SIU transfer, may have a larger role for Gonzaga today with Jalen Suggs. We don't know about his health. He's coming off that ankle injury. Hopefully he's 100% healthy, because we want both of these teams to be outstanding today, because this is what college basketball is all about. Number one, number two, Gonzaga versus Baylor. So coming up in about 12 minutes. So I hope you guys get close to a television. You can check it out. Joe Wieskamp is Iowa's second best player. To me, Joe Wieskamp is a pro. Adam Randall Singer. That's who I think Iowa's second best player is. So make sure you got your beverages, whatever you get, your food, whatever. Get ready, y'all, because Gonzaga Baylor coming up here shortly. Right after that, I've got St. Peter's at Maryland. Now, St. Peter's was a replacement because Maryland, ladies and gentlemen, they have had as difficult a time with COVID and rescheduling games and switching out stuff. One day they're practicing, one day they're playing the game. So they have had a very interesting time switching up and changing. What's up, Howard Wright? Good to see you, brother. Changing their schedule, finding replacement games. This is an interesting game. St. Peter's is an excellent team out of the MAC, the MAAC. Okay, so when you talk about, let me pull their thing up here. When you talk about St. Peter's, you're talking about Casey Nadefo. He's a 6'7", kind of undersized forward, but he's aggressive. And this St. Peter's Peacocks team, ladies and gentlemen, they pressed the whole game. So they really had St. John's on the ropes. First game of the season at St. John's, they really should have won that game. They let St. John's off the hook. They had some questionable plays down the stretch, and they let that go. But this is a veteran ball club. Again, Nadefo is the player you want to watch. Casey Nadefo, number 11. He's a junior for St. Peter's. He's really aggressive, likes to get to the rim. He'll face up 15, 16 feet, but he really wants to get to the rim. But this Maryland team, watch out, ladies and gentlemen. We keep hearing about Iowa, keep hearing about Wisconsin. We hear about Illinois, Michigan State in the Big Ten. This Maryland team is an elite defensive team. They're using a 2-2-1 kind of three-quarter court pressure. Sometimes they morph it where they'll put Daryl Morcell at the top, sometimes Aaron Wiggins. And Aaron Wiggins at 6'6", long at the top of that press, it is really effective. So this Maryland team, a lot of people are, kind of poo-pooing them because when you look at having lost Anthony Cowan, having lost the number 10 pick in the NBA draft, Jalen Stick-Smith, a lot of people didn't expect them to be as competitive as I see them being, because you've got Daryl Morcell, Eric Ayala is their leading scorer. Eric Ayala, Daryl Morcell, and Aaron Wiggins have a lot of experience. They played as freshmen. So this is a veteran backcourt team, right? Veteran backcourt group. And if you throw Hakeem Hart, who's a 6'6" sophomore, into the mix, they've got great length and size in their backcourt. And then they have two impact transfers. Jarius Hamilton from Boston College is he's aggressive, he's active. But I think the surprise has been Galen Smith, the transfer from Alabama. He's already had a career high. I guess at Alabama, they didn't expect him to do a lot. What's up, Jason Haskins? They didn't expect him to do a lot on the offensive end, but he's really come in. And these bigs, Jarius Hamilton at 6'8", Galen Smith at 6'9", have allowed Dante Scott to really be the kind of player that Mark Turgeon envisioned him being. Dante Scott was outstanding for Maryland last year as a sophomore. He kind of took a back seat with Cowan and Jalen Stick-Smith, but it seems like he's had the biggest improvement. he's made the largest strides in the offseason of the players for Maryland. So this Maryland group, ladies and gentlemen, they're long, they're deep. DeAndre Haynes, the assistant for Maryland, was talking about Aquan Smart, a freshman guard. He thinks he can be a star at Maryland. So Maryland can hit you with 9 deep. They're long, they're big, they've got some experience. Shoal Merrill is 7'2". They can throw him in to change looks defensively at the rim. So this is an interesting Maryland team. Tune in to Big Ten Network at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time today. It'll be an interesting match. I'm telling you. St. Peter's is, they're older, they're tough. They're going to press the whole game. So you're going to see a lot of up and down action. You're going to see a lot of broken court situations where there'll be guys that have to make plays in the open court. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Captain Fletcher, good game. I got Baylor. It's a toss-up, Captain. To me, it depends on Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs, for those that don't know, outstanding point guard, freshman. He was the player of the year, football and basketball in Minnesota. He's a starting guard for Gonzaga, and he is outstanding. I'm not sure he's going to be around much more than this season, so you guys better watch him when you can. JaVale Haggs, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Steven Alexander, what's up? The Illini lost because they couldn't keep Baylor off the glass, especially the offensive glass. They got every long rebound. I can't disagree with that. Baylor, I told you guys, Baylor's the third best offensive rebounding team in the country. And they're not big. Jonathan Chamwa, I'm not going to try to pronounce the last part of his name. Jonathan Chamwa ran circles around not Georgie Bashanas-Veely, because Georgie played his tail off. But Kofi Coburn looked a little lost out there against Baylor. They're like Mark Vital, undersized 4. Jonathan Chamwa had extraordinary energy. These guys are that's why they're number 2 team in the country. They could very easily be number 1, and Gonzaga could be number 2. So, good observation there. Yes, Baylor's guards are athletic, Captain, but so are Gonzaga's. Don't let me. I don't want to poo-poo on Gonzaga's guards. They got the second best guard group in the country. Baylor has the first, and Jared Butler is the key to Baylor. He's the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year. He didn't have a very good shooting game, and that's the key with Baylor. He went 6 of 18 from the field. They still were 1 point away for 5 players being in double figures against a very good Illini defense. So this Baylor team, that's why I'm so excited about this game. And I'm going to get off here because it's starting in 5 minutes because I don't want to miss any of this. Michael Payne, I love the Zags. I love how they play, how versatile they are, team defense, and they attack. Michael could be sitting here and doing this because that about sums it up. Roberto Garcia, what does Illinois need to do against Duke to have better results next week? I think Kofi needs to post up more and feed him thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Coburn is doing what he can, but teams game plan against him. And if they swarm when he gets the basketball, Baylor's an elite defensive team. So I want to caution you all from putting too much in that performance, right? Baylor does almost everything well. They really have no weaknesses. So whatever weaknesses the Illini had showed up. But they'll work on those. Brad Underwood's teams are similar to the way that Izzo's teams work. You play tough competition up front. You see where you are. Gailey Tucker, good to see you. Dion Coop Wood, what's happening? You see where you are, and you make adjustments, and you improve as the season goes on. So Illinois is going to be a much better team later on in the season than they showed against Baylor. That's why you want to play these games early so you see where you are, so you see what you need to work on. So Illini fans, don't panic. They'll be fine against Duke because Michigan State showed you that if Duke is a very skilled, talented, but young basketball team, and Michigan State settled down, sat down defensively, and they really slowed Duke down. Illinois can do very similar things. So don't be just look forward to the game. Don't look too much into it. Yeah, Mike Bookie, I love covering the WCC. I was out in Gonzaga a lot, St. Mary's, Santa Clara, Pepperdine, Loyola Marymount. I love covering that conference. So that's why, and Roger Powell, one of my Illini brethren, is an assistant coach in Gonzaga now. So I pull for Gonzaga all the time. Love Mark Few. Think he's one of the best guys in the business. He doesn't run from happy. He's had a chance to coach everywhere in the country. He's not left Gonzaga. That's a smart man. I know you're previewing this game, but what went wrong? I'm not talking about Illinois right now, y'all. We'll talk about that on Monday. I'll come back with the Flying Illini report. We'll talk about the Illini on Monday. Can Gonzaga handle the Baylor pick and roll? Joe Stovall. Great question, Joe. We'll see. We'll see in a couple minutes because Baylor look, you got Jared Butler, Maceo Teague, Davion Mitchell, Adam Flagler can shoot it from the parking lot. Baylor's tough, man. We'll see if Gonzaga, what they can do. Gonzaga did a good job defensively, pack line defense against West Virginia, because West Virginia couldn't shoot the three. All the players, even Matthew Meyer, who comes off the bench at 6'9", athletic 4 for Baylor, he can shoot the three. So Baylor really doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. So it's going to be interesting to see if Baylor can handle that. Good call, Joe Stovall, as always. Octavia Florence Snully. What's up, Octavia? She's a Florida State fan, all the way, Final Four. Okay, I got you. Good to see you on here. So I'm gonna sign off now because it's almost time for the game to start. Check out Baylor Gonzaga, and then tune in to Big Ten Network right after that. It's St. Peter's at Maryland. This is going to be a good game, ladies and gentlemen. St. Peter's is a quality opponent. They're 1 point from being undefeated. Both teams are going to be pressing all games. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in to Big Ten Network, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Me and Kevin Kugler on the ones and twos, y'all. All right, that'll do it for the pregame sauce. I'm out. Peace.